Welcome to this session of the class. Yesterday I taught you about P&L account of a final accounts of a giant stock company. Now we are going to continue the same problem. This is a problem taken from SB Jain and Naran. In this problem, already we solved how to prepare the P&L account. Now we are going to prepare the balance sheet. I give you the format. That balance sheet is prepared in the form of the statement, right? What are all the items coming under the liabilities are broadly classified into equities and liabilities, right? So the entire item of liability side is taken in equity and liability. Let us go for one by one. First, you take a share capital. As a common student, you know that share capital, reserves, and surplus, the total of these two things are called as shareholders' funds. In some cases, it is also called as owner's fund, right? In this case, we are taking the amount of a share capital 100 rupees, reserves and surplus given in the problem 50.47, right? And that 50.47 is taken from that schedule we have prepared, that is schedule number B. I show it in the adjacent side. The amount of reserve given is 15.5 and the surplus is 15.03, then profit for the year 28.9, then dividend for this year is 19. So total amount of profit minus the dividend balance is 19.917. Okay, that amount is added along with the surplus 15.03. Total amount of, that is the surplus what we have ascertained plus the reserve given in the question, both the things taken as 50.447 is taken in schedule number B, that is the part of shareholders funds. So you should understand one point clearly. Though we are showing the informations one by one in the balance sheet, but at the same time you should show the item that the grouping of the informations separately in the form of notes of accounts. What is that notes of accounts? For example, say I have taken shareholders of funds, right? Shareholder fund that comes to 150.447, and that shareholder fund, you know very well, just now only I explained, shareholder fund is share capital plus reserves and surplus. That amount for reserves and surplus is separately explained in schedule number B, right? So like that we have to take the informations in the form of the balance sheet under schedule 3 of the new balance sheet format. Okay, so you try to understand, though the informations are collectively mentioned in the balance sheet, but it should be separately given in the form of the schedule, then only you can able to understand. No business of mentioning in T-shape format, one side assets and another one side liabilities. No, we have to prepare like this. Then after shareholder fund, then second item is current liabilities. You know very well what are all the items coming under current liabilities. Then in current liability, trade payable, that is bills payable, right? Individually it is bills payable, or you can also call it as bills payable. Collectively it is named as accounts payable, right? So trade payable, short term provisions and other short term liabilities, we have to take it here. Since the given informations are well aware to us, that's why I have not shown that schedule. Then total of point 1 equities and liabilities, point 2 current liabilities, and yes, current liabilities. The total of these two things is, take it in the next line, total of equity and liabilities. Then coming to the other part of the balance sheet, which is assets. Assets, I already told you. One, current assets, that we know very well. Another one, fixed assets, not shown in the name of fixed assets. It is called as non-current item. Okay. So we have to take in asset side only two headings. One is fixed asset, non-current item, non-current assets, and another one is current assets. We have to take it like that. We have to take like that. So first, non-current assets. What is that? Fixed assets, plant, machinery, plant and machinery, all intangibles, properties, etc., etc. All those things taken under non-current item. So what you had in the previous session, in the previous classes, what you had in fixed assets, those items are taken called as non-current items. Simple, that's it. Then as far as that non-current assets are concerned, you will have to show what is the cost value of the fixed asset, what is the depreciation thereon, what is the net value of the fixed asset. That is also shown separately in schedule numbers D. Okay. So cost of plant and machinery 29, depreciation is given in the question at the rate of 10%, so 2.9. Likewise, furniture cost is 17, depreciation is given in the question as 10%, 1.7. Right, the net value, the total of net value is taken in that point number 1 in asset side. Then that is 26 plus 15 plus 4.347 is taken here. Then intangible assets are also taken, right? Separately I showed intangible asset 4.8 minus depreciation 4.83, so that is taken here. Then another one is part 2 of associate of the balance sheet. Current asset is given, various informations given in the question. So all those current assets are entered here also in the name called current asset. Inventories, that is a stock, trade receivables or accounts receivable, cash and equivalent item, cash balance, bank balance. Okay, cash and equivalent items are taken in this schedule. Right, now we are taking the total of non-current item and current item. The total comes to 181.447. Liabilities is also 1.447. As usual, the concept is assets should be equal to the liabilities. Here the question is tallied. Mind it carefully, this is not a separate problem. What we started in the previous class, problem number 7. In first class, I showed you how to prepare the P&L. Now I taught you how to prepare the balance sheet. Okay, so as per the regulations, we have to prepare the balance sheet and P&L like this only.